Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with Override from the Legacy Collection. He is a Voyager, but wait, there's more. I also have here Override. He is from the Cybertron Collection. This is the deluxe size one with the Cyber Key. I'm gonna compare these two bots, see which one is better, or if they're about the same, and you can decide which one is better by letting me know in the comments. Be right back. So as you can see, I have not removed Override from the package. This one I removed from the package a long time ago. So we're gonna break this sucker open very carefully. Snip, snip. And, I ripped the box. Oh well. Oh, it's that useless Hasbro piece of paper. So I'm plop the box over there. Let's cut these strings that hold this Override in. And we are gonna examine him. Since he comes in vehicle mode, we're gonna start with the vehicle mode. And let's take his weapon out too. Now, first thing I can notice, he does not have a cyber key, but he does have some kind of guns. So let's take a quick look and see if there is a method to extending the guns. Well, putting it in didn't do it. That's what she said. It looks like the guns just flip out, but when he's in vehicle mode, they can't face forwards, which kind of blows. But he's racing, so I guess, you know, that's fine. So here he is in all his glory. Now, right out of the package, I'm noticing he doesn't roll very well. Kind of sucks for rolling. I don't know if maybe adjusting the bot a little bit can make him roll better. Not really. But as far as the vehicle, he looks very similar to the Cybertron one. So he's got the same type of curved hood, front end. He's got these things, which I think, yes, you can put his fins up and he can ride around with those up instead of to the side. I'm not sure which I like better. Up is kind of cool. The wheels, if you wheel them yourself, well, they don't spin for that long, but otherwise he is a car, vroom vroom. You can see his head here is looking through the cockpit or the driver's area of the car. It's almost a cockpit because it looks like it should open. It looks kind of almost like it has a hinge, but it does not open from here. At least not in this form. Looking at the bottom, you can see he's got his arms here. You can see, you know, what I suppose are the top of the legs. But from the top, other than his head sticking out, it looks like a very cool vehicle. And the weapon definitely adds to it. So having the weapon on the back is a good idea. Plus it's storage. We like storage. Taking it off, it looks like he has some kind of weird black, I don't know, engine or something, but it does not look as good without the weapon attached. So definitely gonna recommend putting that on. So that's his vehicle mode. Let's take a look at the original Override from Cybertron's vehicle mode. His rolls better. So far I'm liking the rolling much better. He also has these fins. They are not as easy to maneuver up, and I don't think they look as good up. He also has this cyber key. If you remove the cyber key, trying to get these fins back down. If you remove it, stay. The problem with the fins on the original is they're very rubbery, a rubber material. So putting them back into flush mode is not as easy. But without the cyber key, you can fold his weapons away. He still has the head there. Oop, don't put your foot out yet. And basically he looks, again, like a cool car. The angle on the front end, the side panels, bumper things, is up a little bit more than on the Legacy. The wheels are definitely bigger and definitely let him roll better. Overall, a cool vehicle. I'm saying so far, other than the fact that these fins don't like to fold back down, and it's very easy to accidentally push up his toes from his robot mode, it's probably a better vehicle than the Voyager one. And then inserting that cyber key brings out his weapons, which you can't do on the new one. Size-wise, now, they're calling this one a Voyager, but look at them. Actually, the Deluxe from Cybertron is a little bit bigger, slightly longer than this Voyager-sized one. So, good going there, Hasbro. Come on. You know, size does matter. They're very close in size. You can see the head here is a little bit longer than the head on the new Legacy one. And yeah, the rolling, yeah. The Voyager does not roll as nicely. Now, they do look similarly bad without the weapon attached. Though, this one's a little smoother. This one looks like it has some kind of like engine intake, but there you go. Vehicle modes. Let's take a look at the Voyager class. I don't think it's a Voyager. So there is the Voyager override in robot mode. I have to say it's a pretty clever transformation. Not horrible, as I may have feared. He can be armed with his rather large and smacks of maybe some self-esteem issues as far as the size of the gun. I mean, and it's 2 barrels. Alrighty, you're into some kinky shit. Now, what's interesting is the way this transforms. You can't really move the shoulders out. You can move them up, you can move the arms out, you can definitely turn the head, but you can't really put his shoulders back, which is not a horrible thing, but a little bit different than what I'm used to. Now, he looks very similar to the original. He does bend at the knee, but he's got these huge whomping like thigh guards that he can dig into somebody. He needs somebody in the nuts and they're gonna feel it. He can do, you knew this was coming, a toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme, though because of his heels, he kind of flops forward or back. But he has a great deal of posability in the legs. He can do side kicks, front kicks, all those wonderful kicks, maybe a crescent kick. And you can set him up in some pretty dynamic poses. There we go, that looks pretty dynamic. That look dynamic to you? So overall, a cool figure. I'm liking him for his posability, for these gargantuan heels that look like they're supposed to have wheels on them so he can, you know, roller skate, but it does provide a lot of stability when you put the figure in various positions. I gotta get my head out of the gutter, or mind, or all that. But yeah, so overall, a very cool figure, but he's still not that big. Voyager. All right, let's take a look and put our original into his robot mode. So there's the original override from the Cybertron line in his robot mode. Now, one thing I'll say is his chest pieces, since on the new one they push in, make him look pretty top heavy, like he's been pumped up by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now his head doesn't seem to want to turn. I don't want to force it. I don't know if it's supposed to turn, but mine's very stiff. Again with the innuendos. Oh, we have a visit from Skye. Skye is here to give her opinion on these guys. What do you think of, no, not the fingers, the figure. The figure. Okay. Now, as far as upper mobility, we can already see the head. It does turn. Okay, it was just very stiff. I have never turned this guy's head before, and it's not popping off, so that's a good thing. With his transformation in the shoulder, he can bring his arm way back for some power action punching. And his arms go all the way out to the side. He can bend at the elbow. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention about the Voyager one is you can turn his fists. This one, you can't. Turning his fists is actually part of the transformation for some reason. Now, this one also bends at the knee, has some massive thigh guards. It's a little stiff again. I have not been using the Skye lately. And he can also, if I can straighten his legs once more, he can kinda, if you maneuver him, he can do a really weird, it's not easy to get him into this position, but he's doing a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Hi, Skye. People seem to like you in videos, so. By the way, Skye is one of 5 cats I have here. So the problem with maneuvering his legs around on this one is the crotch, which is assembled by moving these things together, ends up separating. So you don't want a separated crotch. A separated crotch would be bad. Now, instead of the really long roller skate type things, he's got these high heels in the back that allow him to stand. And for whatever reason, this back part keeps popping off. But again, very similar figure to the new one, but you know, definitely broader in the chest. And I'm gonna straighten his arm so we can arm him. He does have a similar weapon, though with smaller barrels. And again, we want to get that. Hey, look, it got in place. Now, with the cyber key, it makes it so that he can't really bend his arm like the other one can, like the Voyager, while he's holding his weapon. I mean, you can take it out. Obviously, if you fold these back in, they're gonna clip into place, and you need the cyber key to get them out again. But still, I don't know if he can go into quite as dynamic as poses, but I don't think he'd be far off. Right, Skye? I mean, that's somewhat dynamic. So putting them side by side, facing each other, you can see they're pretty much very similar in height. The Voyager one, I think his head is slightly higher.
But Cybertron Override is really pumped up. He is huge.
The Voyager one, I think, is an improvement as far as making him look less top heavy. I mean, he doesn't have a cyber key, but you know, what can you do? Now the coloration, the original Override is a little more orange than the Legacy version. And he does have some nice detailing on the forearms, which is lacking a little bit. I mean, he's got a little bit of it on the original, but a lot more detailing, as you can kind of see on the Voyager class. So, is he a cool figure? I think so. What, do you not like the original Cybertron one? I think the Cybertron one might stick together better. Is it a Voyager class? I don't know about that. So, okay, Skye, which one do you like? Okay, you're rubbing up against that one. What, this one? Do you like this one? I think she's undecided. So you're gonna have to make the decision. Let me know in the comments which one you think is better. Now, this guy is available, if you can find him, at Walmart as a Walmart exclusive. I'm gonna put a link in the description to both Walmart and Hasbro Pulse. Maybe you can pick them up through there. I'll also put a link to eBay. This guy, you're pretty much gonna have to go to eBay for. They're not really putting him out in this form. Okay, equal opportunity knockover. They're not putting him out in this form for Legacy. I mean, they got the new mold. So if you want one of these, you gotta go to eBay. I'm gonna put a link in the description to help you find him. So again, let me know which one you like better in the description. I think they're both cool figures. They both have some pluses and minuses. This guy definitely rolls better. This guy is a little more streamlined, but again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And while you're debating on which one is better, okay, you don't like this one, we get it. But we do have some videos over here you can check out. There's a subscribe button. If you'd like to support this channel, we'd really appreciate it with a super thanks. That'd be awesome. And of course, share it with your friends, give it a like, all this YouTube stuff. We'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting. Right?